So this is going to be your first day in Minecraft. We already picked up our bonus chest. We're going to look for a good location, but first we're going to gather any meat that we see. By meat I mean pigs and cows, which there's no cows around, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. You could use your fist on these guys, or a stick, or whatever. I like using the tool. Just gather a little bit of meat here. The seeds you get from breaking grass. They're actually going to be useful later on. So if you come across any, hold on to them. You will in fact need them. Alright. So, I think we got, what, a couple meat? 3 meat since I picked this up. Yeah, 3 meat. A couple seeds. We're going to need a lot more seeds, but we'll get into that when we can. Basically, your first day is going to entail you finding a good area that you can survive in. Now, what counts as a good area? Basically, somewhere where you can defend, or a pre-generated village, which is where a lot of people run to on their first day. I'm one of them. I prefer to live in the desert myself, but we're actually just running through. What I'm trying to find for this tutorial is basically, well, not basically, it's called an extreme hill. Basically what that means is it's a mountain. Okay. That's kind of random. Patch of ice on the desert. Let me turn my render distance up here, folks, because I'm having a hard time seeing what's coming up. So a lot of the first day is running. Another animal you're really going to want to look for is a sheep. So with the sheep, when you kill those, you get 1 piece of wool, and 3 wool with 3 planks makes you a bed. And for the first little bit, what you want to do is sleep through the night, because you probably won't be set up too well to fight enemies. Okay, we're going to go off through the plains. That's what this upcoming area is. It's a plains biome. And if you ever want to check which biome you're in, hit your F3 button, and it'll tell you right here, the second line from the bottom, which biome you're in. This is an example. Man, I gotta learn how to speak. This is a small example of an extreme hill. The ones I'm looking for are much bigger than this. Let's just get rid of the F3. And here's some sheep. They come in all kinds of colors. Like normally they come in 3 colors. 3 or 4. I think you got gray, black, white, and brown. And they run. Now when you're making your bed, it doesn't matter which color wool that you use, as long as you have the wool. And I've got our 3 wool, so we can move on. And the wool can actually be so I can find a place with cows. I think I'm going to set up shop there. By set up shop, I obviously mean, their wood I use primarily to build my sticks and chests and crafting table, just because I don't like building with the wood. You might like building with the wood, so feel free to do with whatever you like. I'll show you this real quick, because you don't come across those too often. Well, at least I don't. And this right here is one of the best things in the jungle. They're cocoa pods. You mix one of these with 2 wheat, and you get 8 cookies, which is pretty cool. They're a good quick food if you haven't got potatoes or carrots or anything yet, which at this stage in the game you will not. Problem is, you won't have wheat either, so it's kind of a moot point. Okay, so we're on top of the jungle right now. I think I did see some cows down there, but I do not like living in the jungle just because you're shaded. They will not burn, so you'll be left with mobs out running around and attempting to kill you during the day, which is bad. Okay. It's a shame too, because this would be a nice area. It's fairly well defended. Oh, vines. When you see them on a tree like this, you can in fact climb them, which is good. The part that's hanging is not climbable. It will slow your fall. Oh, and I'm starving to death. This is when you in fact would eat your apples. Or whatever you have, like any type of food. That pork that we've already picked up, you do not want to eat that without cooking it first. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, you'll pretty much just be wasting it. Well, I'm not finding anything I like. If push comes to shove and you notice that the sun is going down, you could find yourself a little hole like this, like cut your way in here, and just cut it in probably about 5 squares and make it about 3 wide, and you can use that as a temporary shelter for the night. It would work just fine. Then you can continue walking during the day, or you could go ahead and make a crafting table. Okay, and take your logs, make your planks. To make a crafting table, it's pretty simple. It's just 4 up there, and then you put it down there in your action bar so you can place it on the ground. And pop it down, and this is how you make your bed. And then you take 3 planks. Bam, bed. Now when you do that, don't forget to pick up your crafting table. I mean, it's easy to make, but you don't want to be making a whole bunch of them if you can avoid it. I'm really laggy here. Sometimes you'll notice that the jungle and snow biomes like this, their cows lag. I don't know why that is. And I think I'm going to be right back when I do. Alright guys, this seems to be a problem. That right there, that would be the sun going down. What you want to do at this point, if you haven't found a home, lay your bed on the ground, and you see it, you can only sleep at night. So as soon as the sun gets to about this level, you should be good. And there we are. And this is what happens at night. It just, fades in and out. And do not forget to pick up your bed. Oh, that's a wolf. If you have a bone, you can feed it to the wolf and you'll have yourself a canine pet. Alright, so let's continue on. Yeah, I didn't get very far since I paused the video. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and re-pause the video, and I'll come back when I've found a good spot for us. Alright guys, I had to reload a copy of Minecraft with my mods, which is basically just Optifine and Ree's Minimap, which you can see in the top right hand corner. It's just because it makes the gameplay a lot smoother. Well, not so much the minimap, that just helps me, but this right here I'm getting is coal. Coal is your best friend. Eventually you will get too much of it, but you gotta cook your food. And to do that you gotta build a furnace, which I'll be covering next episode, I believe. Yes, next episode. Expect that. Expect to have to walk quite a bit to find a place that you really like. I mean, as it is, I could have walked by several places that it's a naturally generated cave structure. It would be a good spot for most people to start. I don't care for it. So same lines as a jungle biome. You can't see nothing, and creatures will stay alive in the daytime, which is bad. I'm going back into a jungle, it seems. Alright guys, I wasn't gonna go to a village, but this is the best that I could find so far. We got a village, we got some pigs. We're gonna deal with those in a bit. But let me just look at my notes here, see what I wanted to cover this episode. Okay, so travel, look for meat, gather wool. Yeah, basically you got 10 minutes before your first nightfall. Well, like day lasts 10 minutes and night lasts 10 minutes, so. And the last thing I wanted to cover on this episode was finding a home. And this is gonna be our home to start out with. Yeah, these are farms. This is your wheat. This looks like your potatoes, which is good. They're my personal favorite food. And a building with this type of roof is always something you want to look for, because it's called a blacksmith. And inside every blacksmith is a treasure chest. And we got our first sword. Very nice. We got some gold and iron and some bread. And I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, fucking phones. I hate them. And these are villagers. You could right click on these guys and they offer trades. It's usually emerald or emeralds for an item. Sometimes they want to buy an item off you, which is even better. Ooh, sweet, we got carrots. So we got all our food types, the growable food types here covered except for melons. See, this guy, he wants to trade wheat for an emerald. So this is going to be our home, guys, and that's going to do it for episode 2. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with episode 3 shortly.